What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, we broke a story earlier that broke yesterday regarding this little guy right here. Little boy you see is from Clayton County, Georgia. Excuse me. His name is Nakai Pratt, 6 months old. Yesterday, he went missing, supposedly out of his apartment or apartment complex after a person or persons took him, supposedly when he was being watched by his father from their apartment or around that area, whereabouts. A lot missing from this story. You know, from when the story first broke, whole neighborhood out there looking for this little boy. It's been a break in the case, or whatever you want to call it. Now the father has been arrested for charges. I don't know if they're related or not, but the father's been taken into custody, and this little boy has yet to be found, missing over 24 hours. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on with this case. Makes no sense how you be a 6-month-old baby boy is being watched by his father, and all of a sudden he's missing. Something don't add up. It's a lot of stuff going on. This is what they got out right now. Take a look.
And good afternoon, rather. We want to welcome you into 11 Alive News at 4. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Danielle Nottingham in for Cheryl Preheim. We begin with breaking news out of Clayton County. The father of a missing 6-month-old baby boy is in custody while police continue their search for the baby.
That's right. This is a story we have been following for you. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarbach joining us live from that apartment complex on Valley Hill Road and Riverdale, where this baby was reported missing early Sunday morning. Marissa, what is the latest on this search? So many people hopeful here.
Well, today we saw them tow away a 4th vehicle, and neighbors tell me that all 4 of the cars that we've seen towed away for this investigation belong to Nakai Pratt's father, Antonio Pierce. As you said, Antonio Pierce was booked into Clayton County Jail today, but police are confirming that those are on unrelated charges. They say possession of marijuana, 2 driving without a license suspensions, and another charge of violation of a child not being restrained properly in a car. Take a look at footage that we shot from earlier today. This was on scene. You could see footage from when a woman living in the same apartment unit as Antonio Pierce was taken away in a Clayton County Police patrol vehicle, and their home was searched by detectives. Now, we did just see that woman return home within the last few minutes. I went over to talk to her. She said no comment on the situation. You can also see a new K-9 team was out here today searching through the woods and all around this apartment complex in Riverdale. We saw that K-9 circling the dumpster a few times, but still no sign of Nakai Pratt. Detectives also sent a drone into the crawl space underneath one of the apartment buildings. Clayton County is still calling Nakai Pratt missing, but neighbors I spoke with say they are starting to lose hope.
I don't honestly think we're looking for a baby that will still be in the world. I think they're looking to recover a body, a baby's body at that.
The parking lot and the apartment complex here at this point have cleared out. Around 2 o'clock, detectives finished up their search around this area, the apartment complex where Nakai Pratt was first reported missing, where his father, Antonio Pierce, lives. Reporting live in Riverdale, Marissa Sarbach for 11 Alive News.
Marissa, thank you so much. But first, we begin with that breaking news at 5. The search continues for a 6-month-old. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Faith Jesse.
I'm Danielle Nottingham in for Jennifer Bellamy. Detectives spending most of the day searching the apartment complex on Valley Hill Road in Riverdale for Nakai Pratt. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarbach joins us live. Marissa, you just got new information that the dad is now a suspect?
Yes, Danielle, Faith, and we do want to note Nakai Pratt is still considered missing. This is according to Clayton County Police Department, but his father, Antonio Pierce, is now the main suspect in his disappearance. The police department telling us that yesterday morning they received a call from Antonio Pierce reporting an alleged robbery and kidnapping of his 6-month-old. They tell us they did start investigating and started to see some inconsistencies in the facts that were reported and in the testimony there. And so they said they started to poke holes in the argument, realizing that that not is might not be exactly what happened. They did take Antonio into custody, but we are told they are on unrelated charges. That's a possession of marijuana, as well as 2 charges for a suspended license and driving without one, and also a violation of a child restraint. So again, police telling us that these are unrelated charges at this point. I want to take you to some footage from earlier today, because this was this afternoon and this morning when police were back on scene investigating at this apartment complex here in Riverdale. Antonio Pierce's home was searched by detectives after they got that search warrant, and they also had a new canine team that was out here today searching through the woods and all around this apartment complex. We saw that dog circling the dumpster a few times, but still no sign of Nakai Pratt. Detectives also released a drone into the crawl space below one of the buildings here. Clayton County Police, again, still calling Nakai Pratt missing, but neighbors I spoke with say they are starting to lose hope at this point.
I don't honestly think we're looking for a baby that will still be in the world. I think they're looking to recover a body, a baby's body at that.
Detectives have finished up their investigation here at this apartment complex. No longer are there any detectives or officers on scene. We are told that detectives are checking out other locations where they believe Nakai Pratt might be. Reporting live in Riverdale, Marissa Sarback for 11 Alive News.
Shameful. Absolutely shameful. Now I'm going to tell you something. When I first seen this about an hour ago, it said his charges were marijuana possession, 2 driving without a license suspensions, child improperly restrained in the car. So I'm like, okay, how did he get locked up if they said they looked at the trunk of the car when they were searching for the kid, made some kind of gestures, and then took all the cars, 3 cars, now a 4th car. These are all driving infraction besides the marijuana possession. They did this to hold his ass. Now more information came out. The father, Antonio Pierce, his story ain't add up. It was holes in his story. They using that to hold him there so he don't run off, because now they deeming him the prime suspect of whatever happened to his little boy. Let me tell you something. As a father, and you fathers out there, I want you to chime in and tell me if you ever had this experience after the birth of your children, be it a boy or a girl. When you have a baby as a man, now I don't know how it is for a woman, but for a man, when you have a child and you see that child born, you see a little bit of yourself in the child, whether it looks like you or not, or you feel some type of energy between you and this new being that touched ground on the planet Earth. And you always had this overwhelming feeling of responsibility and protection over said being that you helped procreate. You don't see that shit now, y'all. He's 6 months old. He ain't old enough to have beef in the streets. He ain't old enough to have ops. But he's young enough or old enough to still be protected because he can't take care of his own self. 6 months old. Look at that baby. Look at him. How is he going? This happens all the damn time. Stupid shit. Heartbreaking. As something happened to the child, the last suspect or suspect should be the mother and the father. But nowadays, it's a new dawn, a dumb shit. He called, ooh, some guys came and robbed me, took the baby. Kind of fucking life you had out there in the street that masked men just knock on the door and come in and rob you or your kid. Can anybody answer that? Either you was doing something out there in the street, you either owed somebody, or it's a fucking lie. I ain't never heard somebody come to the house and take a child at gunpoint and you ain't never did nothing. You a law-abiding citizen, or you was just minding your business. How they even know a 6-month-old baby was in the house to take it? I told you we'd come up with more updates. This story's far from over. We'll continue the coverage of it. Hopefully later on tonight we'll have some more stuff and I'll probably report on it tomorrow. But either way, man, this is sick. sick. It's bad enough when you got people that don't take care of their kids. But when they're not protecting them at the tender age of 6 months, and the child becomes a casualty of a war that you dealing with dumb shit you out there doing in the street, it's unforgivable. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Lady says she believes it's no longer a rescue mission, but a search and recovery. Upsetting. This shit sounds stupid from the jump. See you in the next video. Take care.